You're listening to Josh on Classic Hits 92.5 KVPI, and joining us this morning is America's Santa, Tim Connaghan. Tim has been the Hollywood Christmas Parade Santa for 30 years. He is in Santa Hall of Fame. He runs Santa University, which teaches mall Santas how to be Santa helpers, and he is joining us again this morning. Tim, good morning, and thanks for coming on.
Good morning to everybody out there listening.
You have written a new book, Surviving the Holidays, a guide to take us step-by-step through the holiday madness. Why do we get so stressed out this time of year?
It's a very simple thing. First of all, we've had daylight savings time, which kind of, everything gets a little darker, and we lose some sunlight, and it kind of gives us a little bit of a depressing period. Plus, on top of our regular 9-to-5 work, all of a sudden we start adding everything else. The commitments to go to parties or go to family events. The kids play at school. Oh, we've got to do all that gift giving. Then we need to decorate the house, and maybe we have to prepare a meal or do some cooking. Or there's just all kinds of extra things that get thrown on top of our regular 9-to-5, and that stresses us out a bit. So we have to learn how to cope and how to handle a little bit. It's a little bit of time management and organizational skills.
Give us some tips on how we can survive this holiday season.
Well, I think the first thing is, of course, starting early. People always worry about starting early because they figure Christmas really doesn't come along until right after Thanksgiving. But as early as the 14th century, we had people planning for the holiday season beginning on All Saints' Day, November 1. That's when St. Nicholas would arrive at festival or at market. And so the holiday type thing has been going on for quite a long time. So we can do the same thing. So September, October, you could start doing a little bit of planning. We even have people start as early as July, and some of these guides and calendars and schedules are in the book to help you plan to get ready. So no matter what month you start in, you pick a particular chapter, start with that month, and it helps you be organized as you start planning. Having a calendar and having a file to keep all your little ideas and things in, and start your gift list and stuff like that. So that's the first thing, starting early.
Great advice. You live Santa 24/7. Any past special moments that come to mind or sticks with you from meeting children in the past?
Well, I've been very lucky, meeting all kinds of children, community events in malls, shopping centers. Of course, I do the Hollywood Christmas Parade every year. I get to meet hundreds and thousands of children. Also, I get grounded quite well because I do a lot of visits to Ronald McDonald House, to children's hospitals and stuff like that. And the unique things is when you get children who want to ask you for a wish, and the wish is not a toy in a box or a dolly, or anything like that. It's a personal need. In fact, the largest, most common question some Santas get that's difficult is, how do you help mommy and daddy through a divorce? Things like that. And we have to be able to answer that child and hopefully help them feel good when they, walk away. Letting them know that they're loved. Whether mom and dad are getting divorced or not, that they both love you. Santa loves you too. And then, of course, we have to get on to what gift do you want, because we want to make sure they also can get a gift or something like that.
Tim, at what point in your life did you realize that you were the perfect Santa?
Well, I've been very blessed with the look. I've got all this. I'm a blonde, so I have lots of white hair and a white beard. But I started, my first gig as Santa was 50 years ago.
Wow.
I was the Santa for some of my friends in Vietnam with a bearded shaving cream. A year later, going to college, I actually get asked by the department store I was working at, could I sit in for a couple days? They knew I was kind of like a broadcast major, and they said, you're outgoing. Can you do it for 3 days until Santa gets here? Sure, no problem. I did it for 3 years. And that started me doing this for friends and family for many, many years. And about 20 years ago, when I got towards retirement, I started looking at the idea this would be a neat gig. And it's turned into be a wonderful blessing to be able to do all the things that I get to do. I'm the National Santa for the Marine Corps Toys for Tot. I've written a couple books. This book is of course, the first one for the consumers, the people out there, because I want people to enjoy the holidays. And no matter what goes on, if I can offer you a couple handy hints to make it easier to to enjoy what you're doing, to enjoy the time with your family and your kids, and feel good. That's one of the neat things about the holidays, no matter whether it's Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever, feeling good, doing something for others. These are things that make it special.
Absolutely. Any final words for our listeners during this holiday season?
Well, on top of getting everything early and being organized, make a little time for yourself, okay? Put a day or an evening or afternoon where it's just for you.
We have been talking with Tim Connaghan, America's National Santa. Be sure to pick up a copy of his new book, Surviving the Holidays, available now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and where books are sold. Thanks again, Tim, for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us, and we hope that you have a great holiday.
Thank you so much, and God bless you.